Puppy Trainer Show. This is where we answer all of your questions about puppyhood. I'm Bethany.
And I'm Sparky from the Puppy Academy.
If you have a puppy question you need help with, join us live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Instagram or TikTok at the Puppy Academy.
This is where we tackle your toughest training challenges and guide new puppy parents on how to make puppyhood easy.
If you're ready for more in-depth puppy help right now, check out our online school at thepuppyacademy.com to have us personally guide you through every step of puppyhood and in raising a happy, well-mannered pup.
We're excited you're here. And now, let's get to the show. Welcome!
We're not ready.
Wait, I think we're still waiting on Instagram. Griffey, is Instagram good?
It says they're telling.
We're live. Instagram's live. Yeah. Hi. Yeah. Howdy. We are behind. We're
Sorry guys, I'm getting TikTok
6
open.
minutes late. We're getting.
Only 6 minutes?
Where's our doggy?
That's it.
Gosh, Josh, come on now. Dropping the ball. We're supposed to have a cute little puppy for you guys to look at. So you don't have to look at us. Years of looking at us.
Years of looking at our ugly mugs.
He says our sound is good. Where's our puppy? Oh, here he comes. He's so cute.
Yeah, perfect.
Wait till you guys see this puppy. I don't know how long it's going to last, but he
literally stole it
ball.
from a trainer to bring it in here. He took it from a trainer.
Look at Andrea. Andrea's like, hey, I get a break.
She's following with the leash.
My baby.
All right, welcome to Cotton Ball. This is a cotton ball.
Oh my god.
What's this dog's name?
I haven't even held him yet.
What's this dog's name? Sasha. Sasha, I'm going to call you Cotton Ball.
She's a beautiful cotton ball, though. Look at that guy, man.
Where are my hearts, people? Come on.
Crazy.
Look alive here. Look
Crazy.
alive. Look alive. Oh my goodness.
He is very sweet.
This is the worst dog to spoil in the world. This is a Samoyed.
We always make the joke. How old do you think he is?
12 weeks.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty close guess.
No, I'm wrong.
He's a little bit younger. Yeah, he's
9
a little bit
weeks.
younger than that. But no, you're close. 12 weeks is close. He's so young, he almost doesn't even have a personality yet. Like, he's kind of just like this blob dog. But Bethany, you mentioned something that this is the worst time to do something special. It's because it's so easy to do it. It's so easy to give this level of affection. The only problem is that you might even be starting a little bit of separation anxiety even at this young age. It wouldn't happen with Bethany because the dog doesn't know her. She doesn't have enough relationship with them to do that. But owners, if the family at home is still doing a lot of cuddle time on the couch and they're just not getting as much of the training, just the easy stuff.
It's like a purse.
I know. We're not talking about advanced training either, guys. We're talking about the basics. Like, you can cuddle with your puppies. Just make sure you balance out some of the training so they understand that they also have to work for affection and food, as well as it can be freely given when they're a little bit more tired. Are you here with us
I
today?
love this dog. I love it. In 6 months, I'm not going to love it, but I love it right now.
I told you that you would love this dog.
Oh my god. Hello. Okay, so in case anyone's wondering, like, when I say that, what I mean, if you're not familiar with Samoyeds, they scream. So you've heard like Huskies, they whine, they talk, they, carry on. Samoyeds have a very special screechy scream bark. It's very special to the breed.
It's very special to us as well.
I know, and if you spoil them rotten, that's all you're gonna get. I love you. I love you too. This means he loves me.
Are you spoiling him?
I don't know what you're talking about. We probably have questions we should get to.
She's not breaking every rule we're ever making.
Yeah, TikTok
Or
says,
given.
may I ask a question about training? This is my first live with y'all.
Hi.
Yep, you most certainly can. Someone else even answered her too. Yes, you can ask the question.
Believe it or not, we are professional trainers. I'm just having a moment because this floof is
She's having a moment of a non-professional trainer.
Oh, adorable.
All right, I'm going to read the first one. This is, and by the way, yes, from TikTok, yes, you can ask questions. Just throw it into the chat. We actually prioritize questions on the chat because we like the back and forth. It feels more real.
Puppy. It needs to be puppy.
Yeah, puppy, give us age, breed.
Yep, give us age and breed. Oh, and it looks like they've already responded. You want to look at your thing?
Yeah.
I have an Italian Greyhound. We started crate training, doing great, but specifically, I can't be in the same room if he's in the playpen without crying. Okay.
That's really standard for Italian Greyhounds.
11 weeks old, yeah. Italian Greyhounds are the little ones, right? Not the big
guys.
ones.
And that means this guy's probably this big at 11 weeks old. Really, really
Yeah,
tiny.
that's really normal for that breed.
They're prone to separation anxiety. We actually, we finished with a duo about a year ago. He is just in love with my smell, I guess. We finished with a duo about a year ago,
Probably
and they had the
smells
same thing. One of the dogs was able to be in the playpen totally fine, but they couldn't be in the playpen together. And when the other one was in the playpen without the brother, he would do a similar reaction. What they ended up having to do is when they were done with training, they would actually just do it earlier crate time, or they would stack training. They do 2 different sessions. So they'd do a little bit of walk, a little bit of play, quick training session, maybe some downtime of like being on the dog bed place with the leash on and you holding like a little like pouch of kibble that's got maybe their morning breakfast in it. And every 10, 20, 30 seconds when my dog is able to be chill, subtle, and give me a little bit of eye contact, good. A little eye contact, a little handful of kibble.
Calmly. Because you're shaping duration, you're shaping calm. Obviously, you want to teach place first with blocking and stuff, but you're
shaping what it looks like to self-soothe.
Yeah.
You're helping them learn what it feels like to lay down and close their eyes and quietly settle. But after that, I might even do one more training session because I think if you're getting a lot of the whiny barkiness in the playpen, you might have a bit more energy than another dog would. So you're contending with more anxiety because that energy is turning into it. So that double training session, that stacking training session will bring him down a little bit more. And then when you're done with that, don't do the playpen. Just put him in the crate. Try that for a week or 2. Get him more used to sleeping a bit more often. To give you guys an idea, puppies need to sleep anywhere between 16 to 20 hours a day. And that's like the minimum. That's what they're supposed to have just to be well-rounded and balanced.
16
is the minimum. Sorry.
16 is like for the crazy terriers and border collies and stuff.
And your golden retrievers and your labs are probably doing 18, 19, and they're going to be happy to do it.
They might be doing 22.
Yeah. And once you've kind of gotten over that hump, then you can start doing a little bit more playpen, and hopefully it will balance out for you a bit. And if it doesn't, you probably won't be a playpen person. You'll be a place with the back tie.
Yeah.
But you got to make sure you teach your place command before you can do any of that. It would be unfair not to.
And let's just make sure that you're not doing what I'm doing all the time, like just a lot of spoiling without context.
We bring in dogs to make them be cute for you guys, but this isn't how we treat dogs when we're actually training them or we're owning them.
If my dog is tired and fulfilled for that day, like mentally, physically tired, fulfilled, then I will absolutely do some cuddling with my puppy. It's not that we don't. But the moment I get frustration from the puppy, whether they're too tired or they want to do things, depending on the breed, I'm gonna stop immediately and I'm gonna learn more about my puppy and when the appropriate times to do that are. I don't mean petting, but I mean like on your lap, legit cuddling, because I'm telling you, it's crucial for breeds that are prone to separation anxiety, like Italian Greyhounds, Malteses, Vizslas, some of these breeds, Weimaraners. They can really just be prone to that. You want to be extra cautious of, are you petting excitement versus calm? Is your petting creating excitement instead of keeping the dog calm? And get rid of the playpen. Like, don't even worry about it. Just do more crate time and maybe put him on his little harness, or if you've got one of those special thick collars, those fancy thick collars they have for those breeds, with the plush on the inside. You can get on Etsy. Okay, I'm going to talk about him in a minute. Well, let me just finish this statement.
I want to talk about him too.
I know. Let me just finish the statement. So, have him spend more time out with you on leash, tethered to you, just walking around the house, but not too much. 11 weeks old, you need to be working on place and staying in place at a distance right away. I would also consider getting a crate in the living room area. So there's not a lot of room of getting worked up. So you do a little bit, hang on buddy, I'm going to talk about you in a second, a little bit of supervised separation in the living room area when things are pretty quiet, when you're just sitting down at your computer, not like doing a lot yet because your puppy won't be able to handle it. I would get a second crate for that just to do a little bit each day. Okay, so I want to talk about this dude. So much for being a mushball. He was briefly a mushball. Now he started mouthing me. All right. He was not biting. So this is mouthing. This is different, guys. Oh, that was a yawn.
He's not nipping you. He's not biting you maliciously.
But he was getting a little frustrated and gnawing on me. There's the gnawing where he's actually putting my hand in the back of his mouth, which is very uncomfortable. And I just did a little poke, and I'll just show you. I'm sure he'll do it again. Just no. And I don't remove my hand. Kisses are fine. We're going to get teeth again, though, because he's frustrated, which is my next point. No. Hey. Now I would put him down. Now I would give him a toy. Now I would go and do something. So instead of this constant quick of like, oh, just give him a toy, just give him something to do, I will do a little bit of a no if I feel any escalation or if I feel it actually being nipping and biting. I'll be honest, that level of soft mouthing I don't normally go after. I do normally just put the dog down and do something else with them because they just want something to actually chew on. But let's just say that it was escalating and I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I might do. And it's like, hey, calm down, freeze. Everybody pause for a second, then go and do something else rather than just going for the redirection right away. But here's the thing, and we're going to have to take him away so I can finish explaining this, and then you can say what you were wanting to say. Oh, say goodbye, Snowball. I mean, Sasha.
Mom and Dad are watching.
I
They're like, dang, Snowball's a pretty good name. I don't think they would say that.
So, or what do I call it? I call it cotton ball. So, that whining, that, anxiety, things like that, he's telling me he is no longer comfortable. So if he's my puppy and I don't put that in the back of my head and I keep trying to do this with him every day because I want it, because it feels good for me, because I wanted a puppy to be able to do this and I got this cute little fluff ball. I'm going to...
And I didn't look up his breed to see if he's going to enjoy it.
That's true. But the breeds do have different tendencies towards that, but also we get doodles like this. We get doodles in big families that are just overwhelmed with affection and they start growling on the couch at 4 or 5 months old.
From someone sitting next to them, not even trying to remove them.
Or the kids like get down on the ground and stare at the puppy on a couch. That's another common one. And I can definitely see like my little girl, she's already starting to do little things like that to the dogs and just stare at them. It makes them uncomfortable. And then they're about to pet them. And the dog's like, I've had enough. So if I owned this puppy and I didn't respect that about him, and I held him every day till he got frustrated and started whining, I am setting a really bad precedent for our relationship. And so you got to adapt when you see things like that. I'm not saying that it wouldn't happen sometimes, but it's like I need to do better at making sure he's in the right state of mind to even want to do that. And then I would need to make sure that I put him down before that escalation occurred. Because if that cycle keeps happening, we're going to have real relationship problems in the future. And so I just wanted to point that out to you because we hold puppies a lot on the show and then they get a little fussy and we take them away. And so that was a really good example of, that was not the dog's fault. That dog was actually really, really great. That was the human's fault, right? For it, not when it happens one time, but when it happens again and again and again in that way. It's not fair to even tell your dog no if you're not also respecting their needs, So anyway, what were you going to say about it?
I watched that dog's morning training session. I watched its beginning of its second training session, and that dog is amazing at commands. Follows food. It's 9 weeks old. Mm-hmm. Following food, following a little bit of leash pressure, following hand guidance incredibly well, and can work for about 10 to 12 minutes. And at the end of that 12-minute session, because it's not fully vaccinated, we carry them back to the crate. And I watched it blob on Andrea's arm, the girl who trained him. And she was able to kind of massage his shoulder blades as she's walking him back to the crate. Held him for another 30 seconds to a minute, kind of just massaging him a little bit. And I'm watching all of that, and that's all good pets. Because now we have a dog who wants to work and doesn't want to be pet. Yeah. So we work him until he's a little bit more tired than usual, especially because he's so young. And then you can get deep pressure massage, but they weren't stroke pets. They weren't pets. Mm-hmm. That creates overstimulation. If you ever had a granny that ever scratched your back and it got to a point where it felt overstimulating, that's how dogs kind of feel too.
That was a weird example.
I had a granny who scratched my back. I'm sorry. I use it in every lesson when I reference it. It can become too much. She just forwarded it to someone because I guarantee she had a granny who scratched her back. It's okay. I did too. I get another one too. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just saying. It's the deep pressure massage that's more soothing to the dog. And they're already tired. You're like putting them in a coma basically. And then by the time you take off their leash, put them in the crate, close it, lock it, cover it, and walk away, you're putting a dog in a calm state of mind away versus a dog who just got frankly pissed off at you from cuddling with it on the couch for 4.5 minutes and it only wanted 8 seconds of pets because it wants to work or it wants to sleep. That's kind of where they're at. That's my state of mind when I think of the dog she just had.
And then the other thing that we do here that we wouldn't normally do is we overstimulated that dog, and he was overstimulated. Snowball. Sasha.
Stop calling him Snowball. I have to talk to the owners when they listen to this.
Cotton ball was overstimulated. So anyway, what I would normally do is I would calm that dog back down by refocusing with some food if possible. If not, I would just sit with the dog on leash, even a little puppy, and just be with them. And if they tried to go and do stuff, I would just use the leash and a little bit of food redirect just to chill the dog out a little bit, hands off, just the leash, or body language. You can also use body language, but that's harder. When you're new to that kind of style of training, and just let the dog breathe for a second, not just pick him up in the state that he was in and put him in crate, And so, just wanted to point that out as well. If you create, upload all the hearts we're getting, TikTok, you're making us feel good today. If you overstimulate your dog for any reason, it's fetch, petting, excitement, walking in the room, just walking in the room. It is your job to then calm that puppy back down. Be like, no, calm down. It's all right. Like, chill
Sometimes
out.
it just
We're
means
done.
standing there
Yeah.
for 10 seconds and just, hey, settle down. That is a real thing that works.
And it needs to be done a million times.
But you have to also be believable.
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get to some questions.
Oh, I'm going to throw him that bone and not go over it?
No,
Stop.
okay. We'll try to revisit it. But look at the time. Look.
We started 6 minutes late. What do you expect?
Oh my God. Okay.
There's some good questions.
And it wasn't technical errors, guys. We're moving slow. We're sleepy today. I'm sorry.
Okay. So Emma Williams says, I have a 6.5-month-old dachshund, sleeps through the night 9+ hours during the day. He can go 5 hours at a time without needing to go to the bathroom.
Wow.
But he seems to go to the bathroom every hour or two during the day. I know that he can hold it if he needs to. How do I train him to hold his pee longer? Yeah, 6.5-month-old should go longer. But Emma, can you do a follow-up if you're still on here? If you've been listening to us, carry on. Sorry, is the dog out of crate with the hour to hour and a half or hour to 2 hours? Or is he in crate and whining and demanding to come out and you take him out and he potties?
If he's out for the long period of time and he's free roaming, he'll have to go potty more often
Yes,
because
it's
the more
normal.
he moves, the more he goes.
Yeah.
Just like us. We take a walk, we have to use the bathroom too. If he's in the crate, he's not moving, he's not able to pace, it's the proper size, you could probably get him to hold it a bit longer throughout the day.
My small dog, Happy, I spent 3 years taking her out every 2.5, 3 hours if she was free.
Oh, okay,
She's
okay.
tiny little bladder, and that's just, we really struggled with potty training.
What's the dog's age?
6.5 months old.
Your dog's old enough to really start learning a good place duration. Sorry, I mumble that word all the time.
So yes, when he's out of crate, he has accidents. So just to be clear, Emma, sorry. Your question was not when he's in crate during the day. It's when he was out of crate. Is that a yes? You're talking about this is an issue when he's out of crate. Just want to clarify that, Emma, if you could follow back up with us. But yeah, that's,
I'd be looking at water intake.
Yeah.
If I have a free bowl of water on the ground and my dog runs around a lot, he'll be drinking more than he needs probably.
Yeah.
If you want my measurement, you probably heard it a million times if you listened in, half cup of water for every 30 pounds of body weight every 2 to 3 hours. That means if you have a 15-pound dog, you're doing a 1/4 cup of water, kind of follow the measurements. You can give more if you're worried. If you give them a bowl, they drink every drop in it, and they look like they're still panting, give them 10 minutes. Mm-hmm. Give them the same bowl again if they're still heavily panting after 10 minutes. And if you're not sure and your dog just pants a lot, you can run a finger along the gun line. Wet and slick, you're good to go. Bone dry and sticky, they need a little bit more water so you can gauge it off of that.
all of that is true.
She loves my references.
It's just,
I'm a demonstration
Oh my
guy.
gosh.
I learn better when people tell me why and how, because if you don't tell me why, I'm not going to listen to you.
Oh my God.
I need a why.
So, yes, all of those specifics are good. You can rewatch this. This will be re-uploaded on YouTube in its entirety soon. And so if you want to re-get those parameters, that's helpful. I definitely think that you need to be watching water. And she did clarify, Sheemit, how to get him to hold it longer out of crate. Honestly, for me, Sometimes, this might not be you, but sometimes I've noticed owners will start to give their dog too much freedom too soon during the day because they're doing good, in crate in general, and they're doing good out of crate. And the way you build up the dog's ability to hold it is by still utilizing crate. And so for me, this is a tweak I would make. I might do 2 to 3 hours of crate 3 times a day in your situation. And then I would take my dog out immediately, right out of crate. I would give them a little bit of water, so I'm tweaking that a little bit. So sometimes we do it at the end, sometimes we do it at the beginning, but I would probably give them a little bit of water then, work with him, play with him, let him have some downtime. But within 45 minutes to an hour, take him out to pee if I'm being active with him. If I'm not being active with him and he's able to just come out of crate and hang out for a while and I don't have to always do stuff with the dog every time they come out of crate, I would push it to an hour and a half and I would do it that way. But just to be completely honest with the breed of dog that you have, the age, they're only really just now starting to have their brain tell their body, I need to go, in a way that gives you a few seconds, And so I just think you might be rushing it a bit too soon. Potentially let us know if we're wrong. We're going to move on briefly, but Emma, if you still want to comment, and then just let us know if we're wrong on that.
1-year-old Goldendoodle will not settle outside of crate.
Is that yours? Oh, hello.
Yeah,
hello, Tickety Tack.
TikTok. Do you have a leash on your dog? Have you taught place command yet? Have you built up place command to place duration, meaning that you can put him on place, he's in a sit or a down, you can take a step back from place, drop a few kibble on the ground, your dog takes a step, you can move in and they retrace their steps and reset back onto place. That's how you're going to start building up a little bit more calm. You got to also work out the energy. So you need to focus on energy for body and brain. Make sure you're bringing those levels down a little bit. Walk and play, positive walk with constructive walk, learning how to heel by your side, following for food, getting a little bit ahead, redirecting with let's go work or something like that. All these commands, by the way, are in our online program. And then next step is, wow, I just totally lost my train of thought. Continue the next line.
Well, I only had in my head what I wanted to say.
Wow, I just brain farted like no other.
But no,
Go.
he's brain, mental and physical. That's what you want to make
I'm
sure.
back. Nope, I'm back now. I got it. Thank you. I need that brain and physical. So you're working out the brain and physical. Body is going to be through walk and constructive play, like doing fetch on a long leash. I told you I got it back. I really lost it. Fetch on a long leash, being able to bring that toy back, retracing your leash if they don't, getting a sit, getting it down, doing constructive activity. Yeah, thank you. Drop it is really important. Constructive activities that's going to use the energy in a positive way that's actually going to help with your training. Then doing a training session where you teach come 25 to 50 times with a piece of kibble for each one or a few kibbles for each one, using it with their breakfast. All these different activities are actually tiring out your dog. So when they start moving a little slower, you can default to place and maybe give a couple goods and a few treats in a row. So you're teaching them how to hold duration a little bit longer. Maybe I pull up one of my dining room chairs. I start in front and, all right, go ahead. But basically you're going to slowly build up distance from that place. You're going to teach them how to settle and you're going to reward the calm and you're going to redirect all the energy into calm.
Okay.
I want to go.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go.
You rushed me. I'm going to rush you now too. You got 1.5 minutes. Go.
He took forever. Okay, so I never take forever. I'm always so respectful of Sparky's time.
She's got 1.5 minutes. Go.
So he's right on all of those things, but he's forgetting the most important aspect. Sparky, my God.
That's a leash?
No, this is a 1-year-old dog.
I did this last week. I punished myself for a day because I did that last week, and it embarrassed me to. I did it again.
Okay.
Go, Bethany.
1-year-old dog.
Go.
Everything he said is correct, but it's
for a 4-month-old puppy.
But it's meaningless for the issue you're having if you don't focus on something really important, which is setting up opportunities to slow your dog down, calm your dog down through body language. And so what I mean by that is going up to the front door, your dog is on leash. Instead of using sit and food first, like we would for a 10-week-old, like little Snowball that was in here earlier, what you would do is you would walk up to the door. And if I put my my hand on the handle and my dog's nose is at the door, I actually get in front of them, facing them with my hips, and I make them get back.
Spatial pressure.
I walk into them, and you'll physically touch your dog in the beginning because they won't be sensitive to it to start with. So you will be physically bumping into them, but then they'll get sensitive to it and it won't be an issue. And then I open the door and he tries to go around me, turn and face him again, no, get back. Once the brain isn't in forward motion, and it's more relaxed, then you ask for your sit, and then in a week, you won't even need to. They'll just see your body language and they'll go back and sit and wait. So you need to be that's how you need to be teaching place, like you're staying on place. You teach place with food, but staying on place with body language, like dropping, he said this earlier, dropping food on the ground, like adding distractions. Your dog gets up. No, you move in. They reset themselves. You need to have that relationship with your dog that has those boundaries around it, and make sure your dog is sensitive to your spatial pressure. Every time they come up to you and they're like all cute and you just put your hand on them because you don't even think about it at this point, you need to be saying half the time, it depends on the dog, but let's just say half the time, no, not right now, and just bump your knee into them, like go on. Then they will go and settle. In the beginning, they won't. They'll go and get underneath the computer chair.
Or turn back around and nip your pants.
Or they might nip
Frustration.
you. Yeah, they might. Or they might go and jump on the couch and grab a pillow. That's where the leash comes in. No, let's go. Redirect to place. But you need to, what is that? What did someone do to me? What did you do to me?
Put a piece of poop on your head or something.
No, it was not poop. It was like a metal, right? It was like something fun. I don't know. What was that?
It looked like red poop.
People can put stuff on me. It was not poop. Stop it.
I'm going to have to watch replay. It looked like red poop.
Anyway, it better not be poop. All right. Can people do that? Put poop on your head? All right. So.
They can't actually give you a poop hat. I'm waiting for my poop hat.
Please
now.
don't demonstrate. TikTokers.
I want it. Give me a poop hat.
So anyway, guys, what I'm trying to say is that yes, he was right, because everything I said won't work unless you've done.
For a 4-month-old puppy.
No, stop. Relax. You're fine. All the stuff I said won't work unless you do what he said. But let's make sure we're not doing it with excitement. We're doing it more like a coach, like a track coach. Like, come, sit down, and it's just more methodical, motivational. You can motivate your dog. Let's go, buddy. But it's not with excitement like we might use for a puppy.
Training is where you create believability with your dog. So when you do that step in, when the dog puts their nose to the door and you step in, you're not having to knee your dog in the face to get them to back off.
Yeah.
You've already done place and you've taught spatial pressure. So when you move into them, they're already showing you the respect to give some space and give you that doorway back.
I have to say though, if you've represented excitement and your dog struggles settling out of crate, and
I have a battle.
Or maybe it's not you. It's probably you, but maybe it's not you. Maybe you are actually a pretty low key person and you didn't create a lot of excitement with the puppy. Some dogs are genetically predisposed to just be uppity and a little high strung, and then you have to work 10 times harder.
Pity puppies.
To calm
Lab
them.
puppies.
And doodles too. A lot of doodles will be like that too. So anyway, I hope that helps give you some context. And then he got to talk about his believability. There you go.
Believability is very important.
Lauren
And reading the
Myers
questions better too.
Sent a goat. It's the first gift they've ever sent.
Wow. Thank you.
Maybe it was a goat, not a piece of poop.
They put a goat on your head.
Like you're the-
You're the goat.
You're the
That's
goat.
like a
Thank
thing,
you.
like you're the goat.
Thank you. That's
Dang.
awesome. TikTok is like,
You're the goat.
it's so in depth. There's like so many things you can do. I don't know anything about it. I just know stuff happens.
What's
to us.
it mean to be the
So
goat?
that's so cool. That's so cool. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I do want to do just a little bit of follow back to our. Emma just said helpful. Thank you. Oh, so this is a new one. Oh man. I hate skipping people who actually show up. Annie, 6-month-old Husky mix. So we're going to try to keep it quick, Annie. And then if you don't think we answered it like in enough context, come back next week and we'll prioritize you. 6-month-old Husky mix, strategies to keep her from grabbing everything on the floor. She thinks everything is hers to play with. Is this a puppy thing? It's a 6-month-old dog. It's not a puppy anymore. It's an adolescent. Will she grow out of it? Absolutely not. But she steals everything she can. Get your dog on for a Husky, I definitely use a slip leash. I like Mendota slip leashes. You could also, but I'm afraid she might chew it up and they're not cheap. So in the short term, maybe just get a cloth martingale collar. And so they kind of cinch up a little bit, and have your dog drag around a cheap leash around the house and start getting better at your no. Like, how are you training no? A 6-month-old puppy should absolutely be responsive to no. They might then look at you and do what they want to do anyway, because that's what being an adolescent is all about. But my question to you is, and it's rhetorical, unfortunately, because we have to go, is how are you teaching a no to your puppy? Everything we just went over with this 1-year-old dog, I hope you absolutely do, because it will really help you. It's a lot of the things that we would actually go over with you.
Try putting your dog on place and make all those items around the floor be those landmines, but they're not on the floor. They're all in your arms, and you're dropping one behind you, stepping in and blocking your dog. No, reset, sit or down.
But are you even ready for that? Like, have you taught place? Have you taught calm on command? Have you taught your thresholds? And
can your dog recall to you from a simple toy on the ground that they already gave up?
Yeah, or a stick they want outside. You know, are you working on recall outside? So anyway, there's a lot of pieces of the puzzle that work together in order to work on this, and I hope that gives you something to think about in the meantime. All right, guys, do you have anything else you want to say?
Nothing.
See, look how respectful I am of his time. All right, everybody, see you same time, same place next week. Bye.
Thanks for tuning into Ask a Puppy Trainer Show.
We hope you found some advice that you can use to help make puppyhood a little easier.
Don't forget to join us live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time on Instagram or TikTok at The Puppy Academy.
This is where you can get a chance to ask your burning questions in real time. And if you want even more puppy guidance, visit our website at thepuppyacademy.com for info on joining our online puppy school.
If you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to our podcast and leaving us a review.
These reviews let more people find us and supports us on our mission to help as many puppy parents as possible around the globe.
Thanks for listening, and we'll see you in the next episode.